What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. It has been a long time since I've made a YouTube video, and it's been well overdue. So anyways, the Emblem editor is back in Advanced Warfare, so I thought that I would get back to making emblems again. So to start it off, we're gonna go over the Optic gaming logo. So how this is gonna work, I basically create all of these, and then I go through and kind of explain how I created them so that you guys can also do the same. I will leave a lot of this stuff on the screen for a long enough time that it is easy enough for you to make on your own, and to follow along, pause, do whatever you need to do. So let's get right into it. So there's some new added functionality that was not in Black Ops 2, that has been added here that'll actually make it easier for me to explain. So some of this stuff, you know, it's not going to look exact, but it's close enough to the point where people know what it is that you made. So first off, you're going to start off with, I can't even remember what this layer is called. Do not clear that layer. Change emblem. Oh, I guess they don't actually have names anymore. So you're going to start off with like the half circle. That's what you're going to use to make all of your curves. Most of the time, I shouldn't say most of the time, every time I actually use two of them side by side, as you guys will see right here. So you can see I can move this one. It's a little bit skewed, and by skewing you just push in the right stick. Up and down will shrink it or stretch it vertically, and then left and right will do left and right, obviously, horizontally. So anyway, so it would be two of them. The cool thing about the new editor is now I can actually move these pieces away, and then I can actually reset the layer so that I don't mess anything up. So you're going to start off by making your first two curves, which are up in the top corner, and then I want to say that I actually started off by making the top one. Yep. So I did make the top one. I probably shouldn't have actually done that. And then making the bottom one, because of the overlap that happens with the Optic gaming logo, it's a matter of like knowing which layers should be on top of which layers. So those layers, because one, nothing goes over the top part, but something goes over the bottom part, you'll need to have that on the bottom layer, which oddly enough, the bottom layer is layer 1. You would think that layer 1 would be like the top layer, but it's not. And then next, just create the same curve for the G. Instead of actually forming the secondary curve from the top bar, you're now going to actually just extend it so that it reaches that endpoint that you want. And I did find that it works a lot better to use the actual square than it is to use the eye. Most of the time I use an eye for straight lines and squares and boxes and that such, because I can sit there and stretch and, you know, push and pull it basically. But unfortunately in this game it starts to get a little fuzzy on the edges when you do that, especially if it's not supposed to stretch that way. So I found that using the square actually works best, just because when you're shrinking something down that's much larger, it should look better because it is a higher density of pixels. So anyways, you're going to create the top bar, you're going to create the bottom bar, and then to finish it off, you're going to create that other curve that goes on top of it. I used 3. I don't know why I used 3. So there's one of them. Let's see where the other one is. Oh, okay. So I created the curve with just 2 of them, and then I used another curve to just basically fill in the little gap that was between them. That tends to be another thing that I do quite a bit, and you'll notice that in some of the other videos. Is that sometimes you'll get like small gaps in there, and I'll just use random pieces. I'll use whatever will fit in there. Luckily for this, I mean, it is a curved area, so to use the curve would actually make sense. Other times I just use random objects. Really, those in those cases, and I'll let you guys know, but you guys can really use anything you want. You don't have to use the actual curve. But yeah, so anyways, that's really all I have time for, and then obviously just make sure that you color them properly. The colors in this they seem a little bit different than they were before. I don't particularly like the greens that they give us as options, but that's just me. I don't think that it really matches properly with Optic Gaming, but it works. It works for what it is. But yeah, so that's all I have time for. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a like. In the comment section below, if you guys have any ideas of emblems that you would like to see, let me know, and I'll be sure to do them. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Talk to you later. Bye. Oh yeah, and one last thing that I forgot to show you guys. I want to actually show you what it looks like on your actual player. And I gotta say, like, that's definitely the thing that makes these awesome, is that this Optic logo will show up everywhere. As you guys will see in just a second, so I'll show off just my first outfit. And of course it's not loading. So anyways, you can see on my first outfit, it shows up on the front. It actually shows up on the leg, but it's kind of cut off on the bottom. And then it shows up on the back a couple times. So it looks pretty fucking awesome in my opinion. And then it shows up on the gun. I think on the BAL it shows up on the side, but it's not showing right now. But yeah, it looks really clean on different exos, different outfits, and stuff like that. So anyways, that's all I have time for. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.